We're going to get ready to get started here, get everybody, dignitaries seated. Thank you all for coming out today. My name is Phil Crone. I'm the Executive Director of the Dallas Builders Association, and we're just one of many organizations that is a part of making this thing happen. And it's such an honor to make it happen because we just really are thrilled with Patriot Paws and the presence that they have in the community. The fact that you're here, got a cross-section of people that you'll be hearing from in a little bit. The fact that they're here just really is indicative of the great work that Patriot Paws does, the outstanding reputation that Patriot Paws has, and the excitement that everybody who's going to pitch into this project is going to leverage to get the job done. So with that, I want to lead you all in the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you can turn over towards the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'd like to invite Father J.D. for our invocation this morning. Father.
Good morning. My name is J.D. Brown. I'm with Holy Trinity Episcopal Church in Garland, and about 10 years ago, we started to have a relationship form with Patriot Paws. We've sponsored a couple of dogs. We've used our facility for training when they were kind of short of a place. And I'm glad to see the growth that's been going on here. If you would now join me in prayer. Almighty God, we give you thanks for the ministry of Patriot Paws. And we take joy in seeing its growth as a manifestation of your blessing upon their efforts. We ask that you grant your protection to those who work on this project, that they do so in safety and with a sense of pride. We thank those who support this project with their time and treasure and talent, that they may feel confidence that in a small way they are helping in the ordering of your kingdom. We ask that those who come to visit this place find in it more than just rest and refreshment, but also a means of peace and a source of healing. I pray this in the name of all that's holy and in my own tradition, in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
As I mentioned, I'm the Executive Officer of the Dallas Builders Association, so I'm going to take an opportunity just to say a few words on our behalf and let you know how we came to be involved in this project. Our charity of choice has for a few years been an organization called Operation Finally Home, and they build mortgage-free homes for combat wounded veterans and their families. And one of those veterans is right here in Rockwall, a gentleman named Jerry Holcomb. Many of you know Jerry, him and his wife Tara. They're great people. They are just like the other 7 projects that we have built or are building for, just wanting to pay it forward. They see the opportunity that they got through Operation Finally, the opportunity that they earned through Operation Finally Home and their service, and that wasn't enough just to receive the home. That shows you the type of people that we have in our veteran community. Jerry wanted to give back, and part of him giving back was becoming involved in Patriot Paws. And he noticed, and he came to me and some of the builders that you'll meet here. Jerry said, hey, there's an opportunity here. There's a house. Well, there was a house, and it could really be something. There's a lot of great things that Patriot Paws has for the dogs that they train that can be extremely helpful, not just with the physical abilities, but for the mental coping, which is extremely significant in some of the scars that our veterans carry home. That there's a great organization here that trains the dogs, and the last 2 weeks involves a veteran coming and working with these dogs. In fact, we're having a graduation here today. This facility could really be something that would allow those veterans to be on site. They wouldn't have to deal with a hotel room. They wouldn't have to commute in. They would just be right here getting the maximum out of those 2 weeks and out of that training. And I think that was, for us, realizing that we're in the business of building the American dream and they're in the business of preserving and protecting the American dream. That was right in line with what we do with Operation Finally Home. It's right in line with our commitment to veterans. And given, like I said, what Patriot Paws does in the community here, it's exactly who we need to do it for. And we're just really excited to be a part of this project. We originally thought that, hey, maybe we can remodel this house. That was typically not the way that we remodel the house, but this was just an indication that we looked at it, and it wasn't. Our Remodelers Council actually was going to take on this project, and they realized, hey, this thing's better left as a new build. So off we go from there. They're still going to contribute, and I'm still grateful for our Remodelers Council's help, as well as Mishler Builders and Altura Homes. They have stepped up on Operation Finally Home projects in the past, many other things that we've done as an association from a charitable perspective, but most of all, also the trades, the subcontractors, the suppliers. It's really busy out there with the construction industry blowing and going. For them to be able to stop down and realize why we have the opportunity to do what we do, it's not lost on them, it's not lost on me, and we're just really, really excited to get this project underway and really thrilled to be a small part of it. So on behalf of the Dallas Builders Association, we are honored and privileged to participate in the Patriot Paws project and make this turn into a really special place for really special people. And with that, thanks. Like I said, the indication of the support that we have in the community, a few folks that all have come up here and say a few words. The first of which is your state representative, Justin Holland. Justin is a friend of the Builders Association, a friend of veterans, and just really honored to have him here and have your support representative for this project.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, good morning, everyone. Keep it very brief. I just wanted to say thank all of you for being here today. This is a cause that's very near and dear to all of our hearts, I know. Even brought my youngest two daughters. I wanted to, or my only two daughters, rather. But Wiley, Beth, and Cully, they're here. I brought them on purpose because I want them to see this kind of thing. They could have been somewhere else this morning, but it's important to teach them about what you guys are doing here and the great work that Altura Homes and Justin Webb and Mike Mishler and Mishler Builders and all of the folks that are helping them with the supplies for this home. I can tell you that Patriot Paws is well known across not only the state but the country, and it makes me proud to know that that's right here in my district, right here next to my house, and just the work that they not only do in our community but they do across the state of Texas is just very heartwarming, and it's something that lasts a lot longer than this house will. And so I appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you for supporting Patriot Paws. Thank you for supporting the Dallas Builders Association, and we just really appreciate all the support going forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Justin. Next up, on behalf of the City of Rockwall, I'll invite Mayor Pruitt to come up and say a few words. And before he does, I'll just say that we work as an association in a lot of different cities and talk about a lot of different things that are pertaining to the residential construction industry. And I've never had an easier time working with the city, and that's because of the reputation that Patriot Paws has and the realization that the city knows what's going on here and who it's going to help. So it's been really helpful. It's also helpful to have a four-legged advocate. It's kind of making our two-legged advocate, David, a little bit nervous here because Jazz is very effective along the way, helping shepherd this project around. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank y'all. You know, the thing is when you get dogs, kids, and veterans, that's a yes vote every time. I mean, it's just the way it works in city government. But thank y'all for being here. What a beautiful day. It's going to be so hot in a few minutes that nobody could even be standing in the shade. But this is important for all of us. And I know when this project came through the council from the first time in the Planning and Zoning Commission, this was a project that we looked at. And the moment we looked at it, we said, what a great deal. The Builders Association, what a great partner y'all have been to this community, not only in all the different things that y'all have going on, but in our city government and being part of this community. I know Mike is involved in all kinds of different venues. I even had him in there on an arts venue this last week helping us on some things. So Patriot Paws, I don't know how many times I have seen y'all and witnessed the great things that you do with the veterans that I work with. And this city is proud of y'all to be here. It's not often that you get an organization that's headquartered right here in your city that reaches out all over the state of Texas. So if there's anything this city can ever do for you on behalf of all the council members from the city of Rockwall and all of our city staff, they're all committed to make this a great project. And thank y'all for being a partner with us.
Thank you, Mayor. That's absolutely right. Not just in words, but in actions. The city has been an outstanding partner and will continue to be as we go forward on this project. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, and she deliberately didn't put it on the script, but Sheena Beaver on our staff, who's got the camera over there, who's now blushing, has been a great advocate for this and has really done. I get up here and I just follow the script and I say a bunch of things, but she's been doing the work. She's been doing the hard work. Even has her niece who traveled all the way here to get put to work to put this together this morning. So just please give Sheena a round of applause for everything she's doing.
Thank you.
It's very much deserved. I want to recognize a few other dignitaries who are in attendance. The former mayor of Heath, Mr. Brian Berry, is here. And we have Virginia Hannon from the office of Congressman John Ratcliffe. So appreciate everybody being here. Altura Homes didn't want to speak, but they have a lot of folks here. The Altura Homes folks, if you could just raise your hand and be recognized. We definitely have, between them and Mike Mishler, who I'm about to introduce, a all-star cast when it comes to builders here that are not only very familiar and very active in the Rockwall community, but very active in all the charitable efforts that we've been involved in over the years. So this project is in really good hands between them, our Remodelers Council, and all the suppliers. And one of the hands that we're going to leave it in is the guy that I'm going to introduce you to now, and that is past president of our Dallas Builders Association, Mr. Mike Mishler.
Well, thank you. And Donnie also is a past president, so we're in good hands here. And we have a former president also here, Alan Hoffman, and Jerry Carter. I saw him here somewhere back here. So you have several of us here that have been served as president. One thing about Rockwall Heath area is I think we really do support the veteran community and take care of them, and I'm really proud to be a part of this community and do that. So they always step up. One of the things that happened here a couple months ago is we have a group here in Rockwall called 100 Business Leaders of Rockwall, which anybody can join, and it's not limited to 100, but we meet twice a year, and we have charities come in, nonprofits, and we pick 3 of those, and out of those 3 we vote that night, and everybody writes a check for $100, so they get a little over $10,000 right then. And Patriot Paws happened to win that this last go-around, so they're using those funds towards this project, so that helps out. We do have a limited project, so we're really asking for a lot of donations and volunteers, and we're getting the products. That's the thing. We know we have to pay for some labor, and that's why we need a budget. The house that we're going to build is about a 2,100 square foot 2-bedroom. It'll be ADA accessible. And it was designed by Scott Roberts, who is right here photographing in front of me. So we want to thank Scott for donating his labor for that, for the design. And I think they've already been here yesterday, which we thought they were coming Monday, and have done our injection on the pad back here. So we are now ready to start on the foundation. So we'll be starting next week. And one thing the mayor forgot to mention here is that we had asked the city if they would forego the building permit fees for us on this project, and they did vote on that, and they are not charging us any permit fees. So thank you. So as I said, well, it's a 2-bedroom home, and it's got a large open area with kitchen, living area. So as the veterans are here using the bedrooms during those 2 weeks that they're here to meet their dogs, in the evenings, they also can gather there in the open area, which they're doing now over here in the, I guess you'd call it training area that you'll see here in a little bit if you stay for graduation. And they can get together and have their own little focus groups, which they do that very often. I don't know if it's every evening, but fairly often during the week they all get together because these guys have a lot of issues that they like to deal with amongst themselves, not publicly. And so that gives them a place where they can get together and meet and talk. And it's kind of their own form of counseling, if you want to say that way. So we thank you for everything you've done so far. Continue to work with us. If you know of anybody that can donate, Acme Brick, as you can see, has already donated the brick and the rock here. And so we've got a good start on that, and a lot of other things have been donated. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. And like Mike said, we still need some help on this, and I know we're going to get it between the relationships that we have, but if there's anything that you can do, please talk to Sheena on our staff, or really anybody that you met here today, because we can put this together and really make this a great place. And I can't wait to be standing here when we dedicate it. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler. It probably will if we stay on time there. Next up on our schedules, I want to invite, of course, from Patriot Paws, Terry Stringer, to talk about the incredible organization and the impact that this project's going to have on your operation.
That's my fan club. I just want to start by thanking Dallas Builders Association. They are amazing. And all of the steps in between, about a year and a half ago or so, I guess, Phil, Jerry Holcomb came to me, and he had been given a house built by Altura. And he came to me and he started talking about the dilapidated house that used to stand behind us. And it was a house that when you walked in, the floors were all uneven. It was a mess. It was one of those people would walk through the kitchen and they get seasick because the floors literally were almost wavy. And when they first started and looking at, what they could do to help us with this house, we were going, okay, a remodel will be good. Won't smell that way. And it will be just a great place. And then when they came over and really started looking at it, they said, this sucker's got to come down. So they tore it down, and now they're here. We've reached this point. It's very exciting for us. And we're looking for the house, like they said, to start next week. This is truly a blessing for all of Patriot Paws and for our veterans. And Mike mentioned the group that meets. They meet every Monday night. It's open to all veterans. So if you are a veteran and you want to come join the Monday night meetings, right now they're held over there. They will be held over here when the house is finished. But it's really a peer-to-peer counseling group, because a lot of veterans have issues that the rest of us don't understand. And so it is just for veterans to talk about their own issues, their own problems. And we welcome all veterans, no matter what war. We welcome you to come to the peer counseling. It's at 6 o'clock on Monday nights. But again, getting back to the house, I have one question for the Dallas Builders Association. Where were you guys when we were building the kennels? The kennels were supposed to be done in 9 months. It took almost 2 years. So we expect a house much sooner than that. But Mike also mentioned the fact that we are still short some funds. The vendors, the suppliers for all the materials, they've been amazing. We have got, Pella is donating doors and windows. We've had Dallas Demolition did our demolition. That was fun to watch if you've never watched a house being torn down. Lori and I were like little kids in a candy store. And all of the other groups, Altura, everybody that has worked on this project. Gregory, I see you hiding back there. He's one of the first people we talked to. Thank you all for everything you've done. And the Rockwall 100, who also has, they raised the money, as Mike was talking about. Most of the materials are supplied. We still need to pay for labor. If you've driven around the city of Dallas in the last year, you've seen that everywhere you look, there's new buildings going up. Laborers are at a premium, and they're not going to work for free. So that's the thing we still need. We still have we've already raised about half of the money we need for the labor. So please, if you can, we would love for you to reach deep in your pockets and help us to finish this house. And before I go, I want to say one thing. I'd like to recognize the person who without this wouldn't be here, and that is Lori Stevens, who is our founder and executive director. And we also have our chairman of the board, who has held Lori's hand all the way through the project from the beginning. This is Bill Perkins, our chairman of the board. And between the two of them, they started Patriot Paws, and they've watched it grow to what it is now. So again, I want to thank everybody for attending, all of the DBA, everybody, Father Brown, who is our favorite father, and everyone else. Thank you so much. We have graduation at 10 o'clock. You are all invited to attend the graduation. It's going to be an amazing one. We've got a great group of dogs, a great group of veterans. So thank you very much, and we hope to see you at graduation. Do what? And it's air conditioned. And we have better, if you were here at the November graduation when it was hot, we have better air conditioning and a big fan.
A big something fan, yeah. You all know what that is. They work really well. Please stick around if you can for the graduation, not just because it's in air conditioning. Grab some water out of the cooler, and I guess you'll get a chance to meet some of the veterans that they work with, and you'll really see the need for this facility here and the fact that they will be, in a few months, not a few years, being able to stay here and be on site and just be closer to the Patriot Paws operation and into the Rockwall community here. So with that, I want to invite our dignitaries, anyone who spoke, the Patriot Paws reps, head over there, and we're going to do our groundbreaking. We're going to make it really easy on you, so head on over. Got the play sand out there, so we're not going to make you try to level out the pad or do anything like that.
Terry,
take it easy on you.
get the dog. The dog?
Right behind you.
Right behind you.
Come on.
Is Barney here too? Of course, you can't do a groundbreaking at Patriot Paws without a dog.
You guys stay right over here by Brian. Sorry. All right. Stand over.
Now, did we gonna let her do it first?
Kick it off.
She says I'm taking a nap.
I would say probably turn it on 3 and don't throw it on.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Did media get the shots? Do you want them to do it again? No, we're good? Okay.
Here we go. Anything else, Sheena?
Anyway, that's it. Thank you.
Once again, thank you all for coming here today. Thank you all for being a part of this project, being a part of this incredible organization, and helping our veterans and everybody who's given so much for our freedom to do this. Appreciate your time, and if you have any questions, we're happy to answer those, and otherwise go on and check out the graduation, grab some water on your way in. Thank you very much.